Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 again. This time we're going to be looking at the Leader Class Armada Universe Galvatron. Here we got the packaging. We got his tank mode there. Got some artwork and his mugshot. We got our usual product shots. We got his robot vehicle, him with his turret facing forward. Got our usual legacy artwork. Top of the box with the logo. We got our legal jargon. Don't need to look at that anymore. We got our instruction booklet, which feels surprisingly thick considering he's not really that complicated. It's printed very large. I wish they did this more often, especially third-party companies. I can't tell how many times they make the instructions so small it's hard to make out details. But yeah, we got our instructions. And here we have Galvatron. There are a few reasons why I buy repaints or duplicate molds. Sometimes it's, because I prefer the colors, which is true in this case. Sometimes it's because I really enjoy the mold, and that's not really true for this one. I don't hate this one, but it's not really amazing in my opinion. It's pretty simple, but it's fine. And one of the other reasons might be because the original one I get doesn't work right, which is the main reason I got this guy. So I'm gonna bring in Megatron, and as you can see, they're pretty much just the same. There is a slight difference in the face. It's hard to make out with my low res camera, but there is some difference in the face. I bought this guy because one, I grew up with Armada, and like many people who watched Armada, the lack of mini-cons has been extremely disappointing. But his arm, for some reason, transforming this arm, it always gets caught in the shoulder space up in here, and I don't know why. It gets caught in here to the point I struggle to get it out even with a tool. So I just kind of threw him on the shelf and left it alone. This one does not have that problem. I'm pretty sure that's a quality control issue on my specific figure, because I haven't heard anybody else having that. And I've watched a few other bigger channels reviews that never mention that. So I'm positive that's specifically mine. I don't know why or what causes it to catch like that, but I almost thought I was gonna break it once trying to get it out. So he's just display now. But this guy does not have that problem. I tested it as soon as he came out of the box. His arm goes in, his arm comes out, in, out, in, out. I can't do that with this guy, so I'm really glad that that was not a recurring problem. But yeah, I do prefer these colors. I am not a fan of green. It's just like one of my least. It's probably the only color I actively dislike. There are other colors I'm not fond of, but green is the only one I really just don't like. And this guy has sort of a tan-ish, white-ish instead, and I do prefer the burgundy. I do prefer the darker purple, but I don't mind purples. But yeah, I just prefer this guy's color scheme, honestly. But yeah, they are, aside from that slight difference in the face, they are the same mold. The hands are the same, the feet are the same, the transformation is the same, they are the same. Quite literally, they are the same person with a different color scheme and a different name. But yeah, it's still a solid figure, and I do enjoy it. Again, it's a fairly simple one, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, Sometimes you want something a little more simple to play with. Sometimes you want those super detailed, crazy, third-party panel covered Transformers, and sometimes you want something simple like a core class or just a really straightforward transformation. There are times where you want different things, and this guy is a nice leader class with a straightforward transformation. So I do enjoy this. Just for a little comparison, we'll throw in Super Mode Armada Prime. Try and zoom out here. Man, I need to get a full tripod. But yeah, and like I said, you can see these guys are the same size. Prime in his super mode is a little bit taller. Here's Earthrise Prime. But yeah, overall, he's a fun figure. If you have this figure, you have this figure, essentially. So it's really just a matter of if you want him in different colors. And again, I did. I like these colors better, and his arm doesn't get stuck inside, so bonus points for me. But yeah, you're not going to go wrong getting this guy. Like I said, he's a fairly simple transformation, but he's a fun figure. And again, as far as the Armada guys go, it's like, where's the Minicon? Everybody wants to know why there aren't any Minicons. I think the only one who's actually gotten one was Hot Shot. Yeah, in that like deluxe release he got. But yeah, with the figure itself, he's fine. I'd say I'd give him an 8. Again, like he's not revolutionizing anything, and obviously doing due to the fact that there aren't any mini-cons coming out with these guys, and the budgets are a lot different. He doesn't have like all the crazy gimmicks the original had back in the day, which is a little bit of a bummer. But as many people now know, you can combine him with Tidal Wave. I didn't bring him in because he's in the other room, and I didn't really think it was necessary for this just sort of impressions video. And it's not even really a first impressions video, because again, it's just a different paint job. But I'm glad to have him. I like the vibrant colors. I definitely am happy about the arm, like I mentioned. It's really just it's really just a preference as to repaints in this one. I'm sure there are plenty of people who are going to look at this guy and say they like the colors less, or even hate the colors, or maybe they'll be like, I already got Megatron, I don't need another one. And there are times where I do that. There are plenty of times where I won't buy a repaint or a recolor, or sometimes even a slight retool, because I don't really care too much, and sometimes it'll go on sale a couple months later and then I'll pick it up. I haven't bought the what is it, Sideburn, God, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Sideburn, the one that was retooled from that purple car whose name has also escaped me. I can't think today, but yeah, that one from, I believe it was Energon. It was one of those three brothers. I haven't bought him yet because I never watched that show. I don't have an attachment to the character, but I'm still seeing him on shelves in places, so if he goes on sale, I'll gladly pick him up. But yeah, right now I don't really have too much interest in him. I already have the original mold, and no real identity to latch on with the character because I didn't watch the show. So, but yeah, again, repaints are repaints. It's them trying to make their money back on the mold, and I have no issue with that. These things, I want to support the things I enjoy, and sometimes that means buying the same toy twice in different colors. But yeah, I doubt people are really going to be on the fence about this guy, because this guy has been out, I think it's been a few months since they dropped this guy. So there's nothing too crazy to compare. It's just different colors. Yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy this one. It's really just a matter of aesthetics. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about him briefly since he just dropped, and I do personally enjoy his colors a bit more. When you work out so much, your back has six-pack. Oh my gird. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the Legacy Galvatron.